Okay, so whenever I turned 19, well, I've been working adult like since I was like 16. Not
Sorry,
like,
what's that now?
Not like porn though, but like I was like dancing from like 16. Like I had like sugar daddies online whenever I was 16.
Wait, really?
That's
But
definitely not legal.
I was still a virgin. Like I never slept with anyone.
So you were just hustling?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to like to get like my first pair of like stripper shoes. I like found like guys on Craigslist that lived in like different states and like gave them a different
I don't
name.
even know these stories, by the way. I have no.
And I think like I used the name Danny and I was just talking to them and I'm like and they'd like I'd like pick out stripper shoes that I wanted and they'd send them to me and then like I'd send them pictures of like my feet in them and I was like 16 and so I got like my first pair of stripper shoes and I went to the strip club.
What are stripper shoes?
Like heels?
Like the clear like shoes, like the big heels. Yeah. And my mom saw them and she was like, what are these for?
Yeah.
And like she's seen that they're for a different name and she was like really confused. And I was just like, they're for my friend.
Wow. Was that before or after you were kidnapped by the hippie mafia? Because that happened as well, right?
Yeah.
So explain that. How old were you?
It was like around the same time.
Okay. So can you explain this?
You were a troubled teenager, is it safe to say? Or maybe you just didn't find your way right off the bat?
I had like something happen like earlier on and before that I was like a really good kid. Like I was in cheerleading, like I was just like perfect. And then I had like this trauma and then I found it like hard to fit in with people. And so I found like these other people that were just really accepting of everyone. And it was these hippies, but they were actually like criminals. They weren't real hippies.
Oh, shit. hippie criminals, those are the worst kind.
Yeah. And then that's whenever like they like put me on to like stripping, like go get money for us. Like,
oh, that's how it started?
Yeah.
Wait, so you were working for them in a way?
Yeah. And like they were like doing other stuff, like to get money for everyone. It was like a group effort.
And what
it was a group effort to bring a collective of money to the whole?
Yeah, I guess it was a gang of hippies.
So you could do what as the gang?
Just like, I don't know, just probably for them to buy drugs. I don't know.
Was the leader named Charles Manson by the chance?
I never got anything out of any of it.
Why did you do that? Just because there was a group of people to fit in with?
She was 15.
I feel like whenever you're younger, like belonging and having friends is more important than it is whenever you're an adult. And so then like, I was kind of like my sister, how she's like, I just want to hang out with my friends. And so that was like my most important thing whenever I was that age was just like having friends, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like that now. Obviously, I'm like a complete loner.
What was the trauma? Do you feel comfortable talking about it?
I probably can't. I haven't even told Mike.
You don't have to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't have to. And that eventually led to you being the small person that got put through windows to rob houses at one point, right? Is that what it was?
I've never talked about this on camera, Mike.
Well,
people don't know you're.
Well, people know that I went to prison for like a year from like 16 to 17. Or like almost 18, actually.
As a result of that, what I just talked about, right?
Yeah.
You
were
the lookout of this armed robbery.
Clan of hippies. They're like, bump up the Jimi Hendrix boys. We got a house to rob today. Put the little girl through the window and we'll make out with all the bricks.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on out there? Yo, imagine me the first time I'm hearing this story. I'm in a new relationship. She's like, before I started doing porn, when I was about 16, I was a house robber with the hippie mafia. And I'm like, sorry, could you just play that back one more fucking time? But it's part of the overall story of me and her because I said this on No Jumper and I've said it on a couple other podcasts as well. Her stories, while crazy, are only as crazy as my craziest stories. Do you know what I'm saying? Not even. And so a lot of her like, yo, what the fuck is she talking about fits in well with my what the fuck is he talking about? And you end up with these two people who have very troubled pasts, but are now in very, very good places. As you can tell, from a business and a financial standpoint, she was able to use the industry for what it was worth for her. And then now she's an Instagram model just like anyone else. And she's got 8.5 million followers and she gets crazy engagement. And she's got a Lamborghini and an R8 and an E63 Mercedes and a Range Rover and 2 houses. And she's crushed it, you know? And so she was able to pick up the pieces of her past and turn it into something that is wilder than most people will ever accomplish in their entire life. And so it's one of the really attractive things to me about her is just how she was able to flip that.
What do you think of that?
Thanks, babe. You said it pretty well.
Decorate your block with red tape, phone them sliding every day. Bunch of hollows spitting out the Glock. I've been serving fiends all day, out there posted with the gang, nigga. We was taught to get it off the block. It's 100 bands in the safe, now I got expensive taste. Michael Mary jeans, fill 'em up with knots. I've been on my grind every day, don't believe in taking breaks, I ain't stopping.